Hi there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I had a request from a subscriber to show them how to make sausage milk gravy. So that's what we're going to be doing today. A lot of you may know how to make sausage milk gravy, and there's plenty of you that don't. And I'm going to show you how simple it is. You do not need to go to one of those breakfast restaurants, IHOP, Waffle House, Denny's, or your local neighborhood diner in order to enjoy biscuits and gravy. So this is going to be a quick cook. I'm going to bring you down below. I'll briefly show you the ingredients, and we're going to get to cooking this sausage milk gravy. You are going to love it, and you're going to make it for yourself all the time once you get it down pat and get it mastered. All right, let's go. Let's get making this delicious sausage milk gravy. All right, here's the simple ingredients that we're going to be using to make this sausage milk gravy. We have some milk. I have 2 pounds of Jimmy Dean's hot pork sausage. We have salt and pepper to taste, obviously. And we're going to be using some heavy whipping cream if we need it in order to make the gravy a little bit thicker. And I have 2 tablespoons of flour. All right, first thing we have to do is get the sausage browned up, and then we'll go on to the next step. Okay, we got our sausage in the pan. Let's get the flame fired up. And let's get the sausage browned up. I'm not going to bore you with browning up sausage. Pretty sure you all know how to do that. Just like ground beef. I'm just going to get this browned up. And then when we're ready for the next step, or getting close to the next step, I'll bring it back. I'm going to get the sausage chopped up pretty fine. You don't want too many big chunks in here, if at all possible. Because you want this gravy to be filled with pieces of sausage. So just get it chopped up as finely as you can. And that's all there is to it. Now we're going to get it cooked up. Still not quite totally done. I'm going to continue to chop it, make it fine, and then we'll carry on after that. Okay, while our sausage is cooking, it's time to prepare our rolls for the oven. Now we have the flaky biscuits. The flaky biscuits probably work the best in my opinion, but you can use whatever store-bought biscuits you want. You can make your own. I've done that before, but we're going simple because you want to do simple. So I got store-bought biscuits, and we're going to get these on the pan and into the oven while our sausage is still cooking. All right, let's get these biscuits in the oven. Okay, we got our biscuits in the oven. We got our sausage all heated through. And we got it minced up pretty good. You're not going to avoid every big chunk in there, but you can get it pretty good. You can see this is pretty minced up. Doesn't take much. All right. There's not much grease in here, so I'm not even going to worry about draining it. So we're going to get to making this sausage gravy. All right, first thing you want to do, and I really don't have any measurements for this. I just kind of pour it in, but let's get this stuff poured in. And you want to get enough in there to where it looks like that. And then you want to add your flour in there. I should have done the flour first. But that's all right. It's not going to hurt a thing. And we're going to get all that mixed up. And I have a little bit of flour in reserve if I need it. I just said it was like 2 tablespoons, and I have about that much left. So we're going to get this fire roaring. And you want to bring this to a boil, but not a rapid boil. Get all that flour mixed in. That's going to help thicken this. And this orange color you're seeing in here is just that little bit of the remnants of the gravy, or of the grease from the sausage. Not a big deal. Just going to add you flavor. And then on top of that, I made some bacon tonight and sausage, and we're going to have eggs. And I saved a tablespoon of bacon grease. Or teaspoon of bacon grease, I'm sorry. And we're going to put that in there, give it a little bit extra flavor. Get all that mixed up. And I'm going to get this up to a boil. Not a rolling boil, but like a mild boil. And when that time comes, I'll bring it back and we'll check it out. Okay, as you can see, we're coming to a slow boil. Nothing vigorous. We don't want anything vigorous. And it's still a little bit watery, but that's okay because it is going to thicken, no problem. And the beauty about this is you cannot screw this up. If it gets way too thick on you, you just add more milk. And if it's not thick enough, you can add a little bit more flour that you have left over, or you can add heavy whipping cream to it. For me, actually I should say for us, I want more gravy than that. So I'm going to be adding some more milk. And then for a little bit more richness, I'm going to add some heavy whipping cream. Not a lot, because the heavy whipping cream will really thicken it up, but we're going to add a little bit to it. And that's about it right there. Going to get all that mixed in. Like I said, it looks watery now, but it is not going to be watery when we're done with it. The longer you boil it, the thicker it's going to get, and especially when it cools down, it's going to get a lot thicker. And you'll be having to add some milk to it when you reheat it, or a little bit of water. But I'm going to bring this back up to a little bit of a boil since I added the milk and the whipping cream, heavy whipping cream. It cooled it down. So come back in a little bit. Okay, and now we're going to add a little salt and pepper. Not going to put too much in there because we can always adjust. Put a couple pinches in there of both. That should be good. Get that all mixed up. You can see it's coming along just fine. Starting to thicken up. Oh, it's smelling so good too. All right, biscuits are almost done. We're going to continue to let this boil away for a little bit. And I'll bring it back in a little bit. Okay, our biscuits are done. And we're just waiting on the gravy. Sausage gravy is coming along good. Just need it to thicken up a little bit more. Like I said, there's no time in how long this is going to take to thicken up. It all depends on how much milk and heavy whipping cream you use. And just get it to the thickness you like. And don't forget, even if it seems a little bit watery, that's okay. It'll still taste just as good. And it doesn't have to be super, super thick. But as it cools, it will get a lot thicker. All right. Very shortly, we're going to be making sausage milk gravy with biscuits. And I'll bring it back then. Okay, we're at the consistency that I like. As you can see, if you can see the bottom of the pan when you roll through the gravy like this, you're thick enough. As you can see, the bottom of the pan as I brush the spatula through it, this is exactly the thickness you want. So I'm going to turn this heat off, and we're going to let it cool for a little bit, and we're going to get this plated up. But there you go. Sausage milk gravy. It's going to taste super, super delicious. Look at that. One more time. Look at that. And you can make this yourself. All right, I'm going to get this heat turned off. We're going to let it sit for a little bit, and I'll bring it back when we're plating it up. All right, like I said, as it cools, it's going to thicken up. You can see by scraping the spatula on the pan that it is thickening up. And that is a perfect consistency that you want. All right, we're going to get some biscuits on a plate and some other breakfast items. And we're going to do a little bit of a taste test on this. Okay, let's get this gravy on these biscuits. You can see how nice and thick it is. You'll definitely be able to see it as I pour it. All right, we're going to add a little bit of gravy to our sausage and bacon and eggs, because why not? It is that good. And we're going to bust the yolk. Because that yolk, that runny yolk, is nothing but goodness. Look at that. This is all going to be delicious. All right, I'm going to bring you up top, and we're going to do a taste test. Not that we really need to, but you know damn well this is going to be freaking good. All right, I'll bring you up top. All right, everybody, it is time to taste this goodness. And as you can see here, it's about ready to drip off, that we have a wonderful breakfast for dinner tonight. We are definitely doing breakfast for dinner tonight. All right, I'm going to cut up some of this milk sausage gravy, and we're going to try it with these biscuits, and I know it is going to be fantastic tasting. First off, I have to add extra salt. You know that. This is for you, Ron. All right, that's good enough. All right, let me get a piece of this cut off. Okay, here it is. Super delicious looking. All right, let's go in. This is way better than anything you will buy at a restaurant. And you can make this yourself. It's fantastic. That little bit of kick to the sausage is great. And it's not over superly hot. All righty. You can make this anytime you want it. Very super simple, as you saw. All right, everybody, I thank you for watching. If you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Thank you to all my regular viewers. I really, really do appreciate you. And as I always say, if I can cook it, you can cook it. Stop making boring food. This is not boring food. Enjoy good food. You can make this yourself. Do not go to the restaurant for this stuff. All right, everybody. Take care, and I will definitely catch you on the next one.